The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, looking good, Billy Ray, feeling good, Lewis. We're going to start out the show today a little bit differently. Very important day here in my life. This is the 27th of September, which was Mark Douglas's birthday, and very unusual. 6 years ago, it was about 5:30 in the morning. My good friend Byron Tucker, who has a place up there in Scottsdale when he's not in New York or Connecticut, and he happened to be there, and he called and he said, "My God, my house is on fire! My house is on fire!" And he ran out, and he said, "Oh my God!" It was really terrible what was going on. So Sarah and I made an all-time record of leaving. We were out of the house in about 3 minutes. We drove up there, which was about an hour and 45 minutes, and by the time we got there, the total house was destroyed. The only part of the house that was not destroyed was the library, where he had all of his really incredible books, and the fire department did an incredible job of, not having any water damage. They put tarps over everything. It was really something, but they rebuilt the house brand new, and everything turned out okay. But sure remember this day for sure, 27th of September. All right, let's take a look at something. Folks, we were looking at the natural gas. The reason why I wanted to go through this because, we talked about it being a possible buy there at that 250 level. We had a nice $9 rally, and then it went below it. And so what we said was we must wait, for the next pattern to happen in order for it to be a good trade. And that's what we're looking at this morning. Let's take a quick look here. You can see here, this is where we were yesterday, and I wanted to walk you through it just so you can see how we try to follow these as we go through each chart pattern. But you can see the market broke down, had that rally up to the 382% at 259. Then we broke down, and you can see the ABCD structure on this brings you down to about the 240 level, and that's going to be what's interesting. Now, what we're going to do now, no guests today, folks, so you've got me full-time, but we've got something really fun to do here in just a little bit. After I cover a few of these charts, I'm going to go through some of the stuff from London, which I think you will like. I will like it, so that's what's important too. All right, let's take a look here at this natural gas now as we look at, this is the December contract, folks. I like that one. I don't know why, but if you'll notice here, you have a beautiful head and shoulders pattern forming. The right shoulder much higher than the left shoulder, actually very bullish. If you look at it very closely, you can see the ABCD structure from the 16th of September, 2 weeks ago, to where we are right now. The AB leg down is 7 days. The CD leg down is 7 days, right at the 61% retracement. It's up a couple dollars from where it is right now. Anything below 255 in this tells you that it doesn't work. So you're only going to risk a very, very small amount. That's what we try to do when we're watching that. So keep an eye on that natural gas. It's going to be real interesting to pay close attention to. Now, we've had several requests to talk about the Bitcoin. I'll bring this up here. This comes from our good friend over in Denmark, and we'll bring this up here. You'll see that we've gotten down to that 8,000 level, 79.97. With that big wide range down that we alerted to, this looks like it wants to go lower, folks. There's a little tiny bit of support there because of those ABCDs, but this really appears that we're ready to take out that 7,200 level, and then we'll have to go back and look at that old low that we had at 3,200, but that's down the road. It just doesn't look too swift right now. That's the main thing is what we're looking at. By the way, if you have any questions, it's 877-927-6648. That's what we're really sort of paying attention to. Let's take a quick look here at the gold market, folks. We sent this out yesterday, and of course we, hold on one second, we'll get this up here. The gold, okay, and nothing going on there today, Peter. let's just look here what we got here. You see here, this is the gold. We've broken below the $1,500 level. You'll notice that it appears to be that we have a setup where we're going to reach down to the 1484 level is what it looks like. Now, folks, you know, we've been doing this show here for a long, long time, well over 10 years, and we have Norm Winsky on at least twice a month. And Norm, as eccentric and creative as he might be, is right a lot more than he's wrong. And when he comes out and talk us about what this new moon is coming in tomorrow, we must pay very close attention to it, because he was very adamant about the fact that it is like 13 lunar cycles coming together at that time, making it, you know, like a super full moon at perigee and that kind of thing. So this is going to mean we're probably going to have something really dramatic happen here over the weekend, would be my guess. Not that we need anything from what's going on in the news, but that's neither here nor there. So that's what we're watching here in the gold market. The other one, folks, that, okay, let me just, someone's asking me a question about that. Unfortunately, I don't have it. Otherwise, I would bring it up. Well, I don't have, all I have for the AI, folks, is what happened in the London market or the UK market last night. That's all I have. I don't have time to do the other one right now, but that was the UK market. And let's move on here to talk just a little bit about the the silver. That's what I really wanted to cover, because I believe that we're getting ready to have a pretty nice. Let's get this chart up on the silver, because there we go. We are really close. Just give me 1 second here. Now, this is a 4-hour chart on the silver, and we're very, very close. Now, what we've done so far today is we've got down to 1758, I believe. No, yeah, 1758 was the low so far in the silver. That gap is at 1740. Now, you know, based on this, if you look at that long-term daily, that daily ABCD swing measures to 1760, which if we get down to 1485 in the gold, that's it. But boy, folks, you got to pay attention to the gold now, because we're coming into this big lunar cycle with a monster possible ABCD. This is something this is right out of Gartley's book, you know, Profits in the Stock Market on page 221. You know, he talked about watch those ABCD patterns in bull markets and ABCs in bear markets. So that's what we're paying attention to this morning. So let's keep a close eye on that. That's going to be real interesting in both gold and silver. I think the probability of silver filling that gap at 1440 is 1446.5 is very, very high. But again, if it doesn't by Monday, then maybe this is all we're going to get. We'll have to, you know, let the trading gods tell us if that's what's going to happen. So, all right, let's move on here. And we got a break coming up here. We get back. David White has just posted something about Jesse Livermore. I'll read it to you. What beat me was not having brains enough to stick to my own game plan, to play the market only when I was satisfied that precedents favored my play. There is a time for all things, but I didn't know it. There is a plain fool who does the wrong things always, but is the Wall Street fool who thinks he must trade it all the time. Trade what you see, not what you think. Why'd you post 1746, Russ? Did it hit it? Please respond. 877-927-6648.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Okay, folks, I'm going to go through my slideshow here of some of the things that I learned when I was in UK 2 weeks ago. This is all based on things from the Freemasons and the Knights Templar and all this old historical stuff, but it relates to the our economy and, well, not our economy, but our country and everything like that. But the thing that I would like to walk through here now is I'm just going to show you a few of these slides just to see where we really are. Now, that was the one. Now, you'll notice this one is about our Declaration of the United States, the Declaration of Independence, and you can see Washington, D.C., how it was back there in 1776. Well, that was before that. The Washington Monument didn't come into much later, but you can see how it's all lined up to the Earth's orbit and all this other stuff, because these folks in the Freemasons were certainly involved very heavily, with astrology. And here's, of course, is our number one dude. From 1789, 1797, President George Washington. I'm not going to try to explain these too much, but these are the 14 presidents of the 45 presidents that we've had. We're all Freemasons, and some of them never mentioned that they were Freemasons, but they certainly were. Now, the Bushes, they were a little bit beyond the Freemason stuff. They were in the Skull and Bones Society, but don't know too much about that, and I don't want to bring it up too much. This is Maurice Mayor Rothschild. He was in Frankfurt. He was the main money lender. He was the one that really brought the money. This was basically Goldman Sachs. The Rothschilds were also involved with Drexel Burnham Lambert. They were one of the key investors in Drexel Burnham Lambert. This is 1706. This was their red sign at the entrance of his door of his corn dealing house. He changed his name from Bauer to Rothschild, which stands for Red Shield. So these were just some of the things. This is the Rothschild family crest. If you'll notice, the left is the dragon, and if you look at the right, you'll see the unicorn. These are the same things you'd see in the UK right now on their shield. 1707, Mayor Rothschild entrusted Adam Weishaupt with the organization and development of the Illuminati. The Illuminati is based upon teachings of the Talmud. The terminology means keepers of the light. Hold on here one second, folks. I'm getting a slight message here. Just give me a second. I might have to make a little bit of a change in programming today. Let's double check here. No way. Yeah, well, that's no more. Hey, folks, don't give me any instant messages until I get done here. Marshall, you're taken care of, Bubba. Don't worry about that. We'll have that. We'll have your what do we call that? The margarita ready for you whenever you're down here. Anyway, let's go through a few of these. Some of them are really very, well, they're all very interesting to me because I went through the whole show. There's 350 slides here, folks. I mean, this is not, this is not in here. This dude right here. Oh, shucks. Now I got, it's really hard doing this PowerPoint presentation the way I'm doing it, folks. I'm going to have to change the format just a tiny bit so that I'm able to post these into the room because I think they're pretty interesting. Well, that's because I'm going as slow as I can, Bill, without getting screwed up too much. That's mainly the right thing here. Okay, this is the dude that started the Illuminati, 1748 to 1830. You know, that's the next one we'll watch here is we'll just go to the next slide. Okay, and here is the, I probably should, I'm going to finish it today because it's a happy Friday. And okay, the Weishaupt, I think that's how you say it, officially completed the organization of the Illuminati on the 1st of May, 1776. And there's all different grades of Illuminati and stuff, and some people don't even believe any of this stuff exists, but, you know, it's, you know, a lot of people do, so, you know, that's neither here nor there. Let's take a look at some of the other slides. I want to move down here to a few of these other slides to show you some of the things in nature that we had. This is from the Declaration of Human Rights, and it contains several occult symbols referring to secret societies. Let me get this up here. Unless you're looking for these things, you never see them, and that's the main thing. You know, folks, you're getting this secondhand at 6 o'clock in the morning in Tucson, Arizona. I wish you were able to listen to what he does because he, you know, it's such an incredible presentation. Fortunately, because we're so close as a family and stuff, he says, go ahead and show some of the slides because he said, you know, there's some of them they're very beautiful, the slides, if nothing else, but that's it. If you'll notice this last one that I posted, you can see the all-seeing eye that is on our treasury or on our dollar bills. So, you know, a lot of these things are interrelated to some of these things, but the history behind some of the things, let's just look at this next one here. And I'm going to skip across here to show you some of these things. Now, here is the statue. Hold on one second here. Maria, I don't know why they're called Freemasons. I really don't know. Anyway, let's take a look at this. This is, you know, how we came to the Statue of Liberty that France gave us to us. I don't know if you know this or not, but there's a small Statue of Liberty still in France, and that's an interesting one that is very, very important to do. Now, another one, here's another one that we wanted to show you, the relationships in some of these things as far as, hold on one second here, get this up here. This is the, you can see here the Statue of Liberty, you know, with the 7-pointed spot. If you look here from the Egyptian goddess, Seshat also has the 7 spots. You know, some of these things are, you know, remember I'm skipping around here a little bit, so that's it. Now, those of you that like, and I'm sure a lot of you like Hollywood and stuff, if you'll give me a second here, we'll bring this one up here to take a look at it. Here is the, this is Columbia Pictures. And you'll notice that it's the same as what they're doing over there in one of these different meetings that they're having. All right, now we want to get into, well, I don't want to get into Karl Marx and all that stuff, but some of these things were just related to economics and how they all fit together, and I'm just showing you some of the slides and stuff. Hopefully what I'll do someday is make a formal presentation out of this, and we'll be able to see some of the slides because they're, you know, they basically, you want to see, you know, what we're dealing with here. Just give me a second here. Right here. Yeah, there's some interesting, there's some letters here that I'm just not able to put together here. Let me get a few of these ones that are related to the history. Here we go. Oh, this is the family tree of Russia. Boy, I'm getting a little off the beaten path. Here's where we get started here with NASA and stuff. All right, let's get some of these things going here. Oh, okay. Let's see. We're moving here. All right, what's the last price on the silver, folks? This is not working out the way that I wanted to. These are the main organizations, that we have for these things, and showing you the different symbologies, because it's all related to that. Okay, now here's an interesting one here. This is the dude that that is really responsible for the Freemasons. Yeah, we'll be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Okay, so I'm going to post this last chart of the structure of the Freemasons. If you'll notice, they go all the way up to the 33rd degree. That's as highest level as you can possibly go. WD Gann was a 33rd degree Mason. It takes many years to get to that level, usually about 20 years. Gann was of course, most of you know who he was and everything, but he lived down in West Palm Beach, Florida, and he lived in a 3-story house down there, and he used his upstairs area. The 3rd floor was his office and charting area where he taught students. I spoke with Twentyman and I both spoke to his he had 2 sons and a daughter. The one son was a bond broker for Dean Witter, and the other son was a dentist, and we spoke to both of those. The daughter wouldn't speak to us. She didn't care for her father very much. So he did not make $55 million like you hear, and all those different crazy stories that are going on about the stuff that supposedly happened, during that time, because it was mainly just really it was all baloney is what it was. But he did work really hard with the market. He did leave an estate of $250,000 back when he died in 1954, which was a substantial amount of money in 1954. So I think that's something that we always want to remember. Now, the natural gas, folks, has just broken another $4. That means if you were in that, you should have been out with about a $2 stop, because if it doesn't hold at those numbers, folks, it doesn't hold. I mean, that's the whole key to looking at the pattern recognition. So that's the last slide I'm going to do. I don't think it's fair for me to tell you more about we got a caller from California on the line. Randy Whipple, I'll bet. Is that you, Randy?
That's me. Guilty as charged.
What's up, buddy? What can I help you with?
I just wanted to see if you had an idea about crude oil. They just had news this morning about they quit bombing, and it dropped about $2, and it's retraced about 50%.
Well, actually, it shouldn't get, if it's really bearish, Randy, it shouldn't get any higher than 55.80. That's where the breakdown started from. We're trading at 55.42 right now, and if it's really bearish, it's not going to get much above that. Here we had such really bullish news about it 2 weeks ago, and it's been doing nothing but going straight down. So that was telling you that there was something that they were telling us that wasn't correct. But you've been following us here, so you know exactly what we were watching for. But we should have had good support at 55.50, and we went through that. We're back to the support now, but that was it just didn't work. I mean, something's wrong. They're not telling us what's going on there, folks.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the info, and I love your show, and I'll just let you get back to it.
Hey, listen, you tell Connie I said hello, my friend, and hope to see you someday over here in Tucson.
I look forward to that.
Okay. All right, folks, let's move on here. We'll talk about some more charts that you folks might want to look at. Regarding the silver, I understand it hit 1734 today. That's considerably lower than we were at the 78% level at 1985. Frankly, I think with this lunar cycle that we've got coming up here in the market on Monday, or it actually happens over the weekend, I would really just wait for that, because this is a Friday, and this is it's going to take a tremendous reversal day if we reverse all these things, and I'm not sure if that's going to be the case or not. Folks, it's my opinion here, and again, I don't want to get too off the beaten path, but the problem is not in the stock market, folks. The problem is in the bond market. That's where the real that's where the real problem is going to come from, is in that bond market. Because here's what we've done here. Well, this is from the previous day. Let's get this up here to take a look at it, because we got up to the exact 50% level. It's all related to debt, Marshall. That's absolutely correct. Or Marshall, also remind me. I write a note, so I got it covered, Marshall. Anyway, you'll notice that we went up to the 50% level. We hit the exact number. I believe it was 162.14. And then we backed off a little bit, but this is a market that is, I think it's in big trouble, and that's where the problem lies. If you remember, we talked a little bit about what Martin Armstrong, a very smart dude, about 9 levels higher than me, talked about it, that he thought that this was part of the problem was in that bond market and a few other things. So whether that's going to be the case or not, I don't know. But it's not acting well. I think the key was that day that they came out on Sunday, the 15th of September, when we were over in the UK doing our seminar, and the drones had dropped and everything, and they actually had crude oil up $9 a barrel Sunday night, right at the 78% level at 63.36. We were actually live doing that, and it stopped exactly there and has been going down ever since. So here again, it's all about let the charts tell you what you're looking at. Don't believe what they're telling you. This is so much different than watching the news, folks, because we don't have to worry about fake news. They can't fake you here. They really can't. If there's more buying, prices are going up, and if there's more selling, prices are going down. You know, that's the whole key. Now, here, I don't know if this is held or not, but this is one of the ones that we've been watching quite a bit, and I believe we've gone through this. You'll have to tell me if this is the case, because I can't pull up the prices as we're seeing this. But you notice, I believe we should have had strong support at 920 in the October platinum. Now, I don't know if that's happened or not, and it's a much thinner market, but the fact that we went through those numbers in silver that we thought we were going to see, so that's neither here nor there. So let's pay attention. Look at this one from last week, folks. We expected the high to come here on the gold this week, to come in around 1536. It came in at 1537, I believe, somewhere in that ballpark, and then rolled over. So these patterns work. They don't work all the time, but they work some of the time, and that's the whole key of what we're trying to look at when we're watching some of these things. So that's neither here nor there. So let's pay close attention to the charts, and that'll give us an idea of where we're standing. Let's just go back to that crude oil thing, because I think, well, let's just do it here, because you'll be able to see it here from that Sunday night. You can learn something from these charts. At least I do. It's raining here this morning. We've got a little thunder, a little rain here out in the desert. You'll notice this is where we were on September the 15th. You'll see the market opened up on Sunday night at 63.53 and broke down, went right back up to 63.53 again, and then started to come apart. And now we've gotten all the way down to the 54.50 level. Sometime today, we're trading at 55.50 right now, but that 135 pattern actually worked for $1,500, because we rallied $1,500 off of 0.5, and wow, it's really raining. We might lose electricity now. Let's just hope not, but we've really stopped at that 5 level and then rallied up, and then it failed. That's why when you're doing technical analysis, if these patterns don't work within $300 or $400, you just got to stand aside, folks. It just isn't worth it, because they'll beat you to death, and you don't want to do that. You know, that's it. That's the main thing to watch. You know, just keep that in mind as we go through what's happening here. Okay. All right, we will be right back after we pay a few bills. 877-927-6648.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the tax opportunity zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year, or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year, or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you're a trader in the market looking for exposure to gold or gold mining equities, then now is a perfect time to sign up for Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. The summer is over, gold is trading back above $1,500, and the 10-year Treasury is hovering at around 1.5%. Tom O'Brien has been writing his weekly gold report for almost 18 years. There's no one that knows more about how the gold market trades and how gold mining equities react. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, Tom publishes his weekly gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. As of September 3rd, Gold Report subscribers have 5 active open positions with an average unrealized profit of almost 38% for each position. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up today by visiting TFNN.com. Will the S&P 500 continue to climb? For bold trades on U.S. large-cap stocks in either direction, trade SPXL, SPUU, or SPXS. Directions Daily S&P 500 Bull and Bear Leveraged ETFs. Direction Leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Next on TFNN.
All right, folks, we're back. It's raining so hard here, I can't even hear myself think. Hold on. Well, that's not easy to do. We've had a breakdown now in the gold. It actually held up pretty good. We've got down to 1493. You remember from the chart that we posted, we're looking at a possibility of that price to get down lower. Let's just bring that to your attention again. Yeah, it is a big storm, Bill. I mean, it's so hard. I've got these first class headphones and stuff, but I can hear the stuff behind the even over that, which is really really important. Let's just bring this gold chart up here to see where we are so we can get it, so we'll be able, I hope this is it. Yeah, there we go. This is the this is what I think we're going to go to. I believe it's got a high. You can really hear it? Shut the front door. Wow. Sarah, they can hear the thunderstorm in the room. I might have to get my my rowboat out. Anyway, you can see 1485. That takes out all of. We haven't taken out the lows yet. We've been down to 1490. Yeah, we almost took out those lows of all during September, but it looks like we're heading down to that 1480 level. But the bigger ABCD on that is. And it's unusual for us to have rain this late in September. The monsoons usually end on the 15th. But let's. I believe I did this for the room here. Let me get this up here, see if we've got it here. Nope. I wanted to see if we had the larger term one here. Okay. Shucks. No, I don't have it. That'll be in the newsletter coming out this weekend. I've got that longer-term picture in the gold. Oh, you know what I could do is I could, since that it's that important, let me do it right now since we're having a little bit of fun here this morning, and we'll see what we've got here. Let me come up here, charts. Get up this gold chart, so because this is we really want to be a buyer of gold down here, folks, eventually. So let's just pull this up here. There we go. Now we got a better idea of where we are. Well, I'm not going to buy it yet, folks. Yeah, we've well, we're really going to be close here. But here is the let me draw the pattern in so that we can see it a little bit better. Bear with me here, folks. It's the rain is slowing down now, so we should be okay. There's our number right in here. That's at the 1470 level. Let's bring this up and we'll discuss this, because if you like the patterns. Yeah, it's Mount Lemmon is Yeah, it's heavy rain today. You see the ABCD structure here. That longer ABCD, we hit the 382. It looked like we were going to go to 1600. Once we couldn't get above the 61% retracement up there at 1545, that told us that we were probably heading down, and that's what we're watching here at that point. So it looks like around 1470 is what we're watching here. We're trading at 1496. We've not taken out the lows of the last week. The lows of the last week, it matched it. Wow, that's an unusual thing. The lows were 1493.10, and this one was 1493.30. So it did not take out that lows as of yet. The low from the 17th of September is 1490.70, so that's going to be an interesting one. But the way it's set up, it certainly looks like that's what it wants to do. Now let's take a quick look here at the silver, because that's another one that is really very important. Now there's where we are here. There we go. Now this doesn't show. Yeah, I guess it does. Hold on one second now. We'll get here to take a look at it, and I will draw in the ABCD pattern so that you'll be able to see it, and that should help us a little bit. Hold on a second here. Oh, wow, the rain just stopped. Okay, let's draw in this ABCD and show you folks what the silver looks like. There's your high up there at 1785, the 78% level, and here's what we're watching in the silver, whether it's going to happen or not. We're trading at 1443. The low has been 1434, and if we look at the ABCD structure on this, you'll be able to see that we're looking at this 1.618 to come in here at 1670. That's down another, that's another 80 cents lower. That would be equal to what we'd be watching in the gold. So watch this. This is a major ABCD in a big bull market, folks. So we'll watch it. And with this big lunar cycle that we've got coming up here today, over tomorrow and over the weekend, we want to really watch that very, very closely. So I think it's important to pay sort of attention to that, if nothing else, because I think it's got a chance to do something really spectacular if the ABCD structure holds on this. And there's a possibility, of course, that maybe the bull market is over, because when we looked at this, if you'll remember on the longer term charts that we saw, that the market was going to have strong resistance at 1985. 1975 in the silver. That was the exact 78% retracement. And remember, open interest was dropping in gold and silver on that run. Well, not so much gold, but the open interest in silver was just dropping, and it's still dropping. So this is actually a good sign that it's dropping now. But we want to watch it closely on Monday. I wouldn't do it today. It might be a big reversal day, but frankly, I would wait until Monday to give a better idea of what's going on, because you're only about a heartbeat away from any of these things changing, or one little tweeter feed away from things being a whole lot different. So we want to watch some of these things as we come through this. Now let's see if we have any questions this morning. Al tells me that the tote board is lined up. Yes, we hit that exact number, 55.83. That's the number. If we get much above 55, we're there now. We're 55.94. So maybe we're going to get a reversal here in crude. But this is where it should stop, right here, folks. If you're in crude oil, we're at that 55.90. That's the old secret number from the old Knights Templar and the old Freemasons and all of the boys that did their things here. So watch that number, 55.90. We get much above 56, then there could be a whole new ball game, and maybe the more drones are coming. Who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. But no, the good part, folks, is nobody else does either. So that's the main thing. Okay, the rain has stopped, so we're in good shape here. Let's take a look here at one of the someone's asked a question. It wasn't Ruby, and that's about the hogs. The hogs had a tremendous move that she alerted us to. Also, Mr. Z did that, and also Rich Anderson did that, telling us that we were going to have that big move in the hogs, and cattle had a reactive move, so we'll look at it. I noticed that McDonald's is coming out with a meat-free hamburger, and all you do is just pick the chemical that you like and go for it. So that's the main thing that you want to keep an eye on. All right, folks, let's move on to one other chart that I think is important from a technical standpoint. Of course, and that is the, hold on, I wanted to bring it up what really happened, because this is the British pound here we wanted to see here. This is a British pound trade that we were looking at the other day. It had a really nice A, B, C, D pattern down there at 1330, 112.30. We rallied up to a 124, made the first profit objective, and then we went back to get out at break even, and it's still in that zone. So I don't think it's too much to do, but we'll watch it here. So anyway, we're going to be taking a slight break here to pay a few bills, and we'll be right back. 877-927-6648. Silver down 50 cents. Shut the front door.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools, as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get the competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, the opening call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Okay, since we got a little bit of time here, and you folks are probably bored of looking at charts, let's just go back to the PowerPoint for a second. And I posted something from 1954. It's a meeting of the Bilderberg Group, and then I posted some of the recent members of that group. You can see there's not just one group, folks. There's all kinds of groups that are involved here. The Travis Stock Group, the Bohemia Club, there's just must be a dozen of them that work behind the scenes to do this. But let me give you some little bit of history that that you might be interested in. This is a picture of 3 of the dudes that used to be our presidents, if you'll know them. There was you'll see here, there was Abe Lincoln, you got Garfield and Kennedy. Do you know what they all had in common, folks? Of course, they were all assassinated. They had one other thing in common, too, and that is they wanted to change the currency. They didn't want the Federal Reserve to be the leader of the pack and taking care of the money. They wanted to do their own thing, and that's where the greenback came from, with Lincoln's greenback, and that's pretty much what it all about, too, and there's a whole bunch of things you can think about when you're doing that, but that's neither here nor there. So pay close attention to it, because maybe someday in history we'll be able to understand, some of these things that are going on here. I'll leave you here with the quotes here from Mr. Alan Greenspan. We'll bring this up here so you can take a quick look at it here. And you'll see here that what is the relationship with the chairman of the Fed and the president? And Greenspan said, first of all, the Federal Reserve is an independent agency, and that means basically there is no other agency of government which can overrule actions that we take, so long as it is in place and there is no evidence that the administration, the Congress, or anybody else is requesting that we do things differently than what we think is an appropriate thing to do, then what the relationships really don't matter. Shut the front door and raise the rent, and that's his way of saying, mind your own business, boys and girls. Guess what, folks? It's Happy Friday. The rain has stopped here in the desert. I want you all to have a wonderful weekend. Live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless.